I have been craving cookies like no one's business lately. It's not the greatest thing for the bod, but for my heart, it's okay. I didn't want just a chocolate chip cookie this time. I wanted something different. And then I saw Jake Cohen's Marzipan cookies, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about them since, so that's what I'm gonna make today. I will link all of his stuff and the recipe down below in the description. Simple cookies, and marzipan is so delicious, and I feel like no one uses it a lot these days, and we need to bring it back. If you are allergic to almonds, I am very sorry. Look away, this is not for you. I don't wanna kill you, but if you know someone who loves almond taste or specifically that marzipan texture and flavor, this is right up their alley. I've got everything meased out so we can just get started and get this show on the road. Got my mixer, got my paddle attachment. I am ready to go. First thing is I'm gonna cream my butter and sugar. Brown sugar and white sugar. Bring it up and mix it until it's nice and creamy. Just realizing that you can't see. So I got you a little higher. My butter and sugar is all creamed together and in like some sort of little paste kind of consistency. And now I'm gonna add in my eggs and let that go. Of course, this calls for almond extract, and of course I don't have any, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of vanilla extract. But if you are using almond extract, be careful. It is very strong. A little goes a long way. It's not like vanilla. Got some all-purpose flour and some baking soda that I'm just gonna combine a little before I throw it in there. And a pinch of kosher salt, put in there. I've got my marzipan that I have chopped up. It was in like a tube, and I've just chopped it up and coated it with a little bit of powdered sugar so that they would stay a little chunkier. I just have this fear that if I put just the chopped marzipan in here, it would just be in a big clump, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna shake off this extra sugar and pop these marzipan bits in here. And I know this isn't in the recipe, but I love marzipan and chocolate, so I just chopped up a chocolate bar, just a rough chop, nothing too crazy, and I'm just gonna pop that in here too. I'm just gonna mix this until it is just combined. I don't wanna overmix it. This has to now chill in the fridge for like an hour or so, or you can freeze these. I'm sure that would be quite fine because it is very soft right now. If you put this in the oven, it would just like spread out to a nothing burger, and we don't want that. Chilled cookies are always the way to go, either from the fridge or my personal preference is frozen. It is time to have a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. I have my dough out of the fridge, nice and hard. I have my 2 tablespoon cookie scoop right onto the parchment paper. These, I believe, do spread a bit, so I'm just gonna, I can probably fit 6 here safely. And my oven is preheating to 375 Fahrenheit. And you know me, a bit of flaky salt is a must, especially on cookies. Once you do this, you will never go back. These are gonna go into my preheated oven for, I'm gonna check them at 10 minutes just to see. Everyone's oven works differently, just check them. I would probably start checking at 10 minutes. They're probably supposed to be in there for like 10 to 12, but we'll see what happens. Here we go. They are looking real pretty. I probably could have left them in there for 1 less minute. I should have taken these out at 11 minutes, but they look really good anyway. They're starting to brown on the sides, and you can tell that they are like nice and chewy on the inside. I can see pieces of the marzipan. I am so excited. I also have just burnt myself on this pan, so make sure you are watching out where you're putting your body around hot stuff, okay? I'm gonna let these kind of deflate a little bit. Sometimes I like to tap the pan against a hard surface so it kind of puts them down a little faster, and it almost creates like a rippling effect. It's my favorite. Just like that. I'm gonna wait for these to cool, maybe like 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna transfer them to a wire rack to cool the rest of the way. Time to test, oh, the sun. There. Time to test one of these cookies. Cannot wait. The marzipan in this one has created a little hole. Hi. But it's sticky. Oh. That marzipan is so good. This is truly a treat because those marzipan blocks are not cheap, but when it tastes this good. On the chocolate, the marzipan is just really doing it for me right now. I cannot complain. No complaints about this cookie. You should give it a try. Who doesn't love a cookie? Enjoy.